राहुल गांधी दिल्ली के ईडी पर एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट पर मिसामिसी केस लगाई गए ताकि के परेशान करिया से इतो निमित्ते आज आमी खान याते सब जमा हो गए in solidarity to our leader. We are protesting here and we want to show our solidarity to our leaders that we are with you. And today we all are coming from Dimapur, some from Kohima, some from other districts, and we all gathered here today. So aji ami kan yate protest koribo Rahul Gandhi aru ami kan leader
Narendra Modi government agencies misuse for ED holibi CBI holibi those who are against Modi, any political party, whoever may be, Hongkong holibi Modi government, Modi law against but also ED CBI lagai diye se. To iniga holi kinia probo Modi laga tai laga police tai laga damania to sobi itu ED right kuri diye se. CBI lagai diye se. To ina holi amiana desh to koti jabo. We must stand. Amian usa di usa, misa kobule parat manuan ukhya ramdi tu sopi CBI ED right kurle tu takabi kharab ruling na pare jay. So itu nimide amian itu protest loese. Appealing to through governor to the president of India. Itu to side ibo lage. Itu ki hobi itu laga system tu itu pal nai guna amian tu protest tu loese. And today, we the Congress party, we are all stand with our leader, Shri Rahul Gandhi and Madam Sonia Gandhi ji.
Long live Rahul Gandhi! Long live Rahul Gandhi! Long live Rahul Gandhi! Long live Rahul Gandhi! Long live Sonia Gandhi! Long live Sonia Gandhi! Long live Sonia Gandhi! Long live Sonia Gandhi! Modi! Hi hi! 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 BJP government! Hi hi! BJP government! Hi hi! BJP government! Hi hi! Modi! Hi hi! Modi! Hi hi! We stand with Rahul Gandhi! We stand with Rahul Gandhi! We stand with Rahul Gandhi! We stand with Sonia Gandhi. We stand with Sonia Gandhi. We stand with Sonia Gandhi. Modi. Hi hi. Modi. Hi hi. BJP government. Hi hi. BJP government. Hi hi. Long live Rahul Gandhi. We stand with Rahul Gandhi. We stand with Rahul Gandhi. We stand with Rahul Gandhi. Long live
Rahul Gandhi.
Long live
Rahul Gandhi.
Long live
Rahul Gandhi.
Modi.
Hi hi.
Modi.
Hi hi.
BJP government.
Hi hi.
BJP government.
Hi hi.
Modi.
Hi hi.
Modi.
Hi hi.
Modi.
Hi hi.
Modi.
Hi hi.
We stand with
Rahul Gandhi.
We stand with
Rahul Gandhi.
Long live. Long live.
Congress.
Long live.
Congress.
Secretary Incharge yate amikhan logote ase Mr. Ranajit Mukherjee. They along Delhi te ki hoy ase to along koi dibo. Sir, I request you to kindly.
Thank you, Raj. We are gathered here today in extremely bad weather in front of the Raj Bhavan at Kohima to protest against the government of India's blatant political vendetta that is taking place in Delhi right now, where the leader of the Congress party, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, has been questioned 3 days straight in a case that does not even exist, in an ED case that does not even have an FIR that has been filed regarding it. There is a simple matter of an old newspaper, a newspaper that fought alongside our freedom fighters during the freedom movement, the National Herald, a newspaper that was started by Jawaharlal Nehru. That newspaper was banned by the British between 1942 to 1945 to understand what the legacy of this newspaper is. Since independence, the newspaper was under the ownership of a company called Associated Journals Limited. Over the years, in order to keep Associated Journals Limited afloat and alive, The Congress party has, over decades, given small loans which went towards salaries, government bills, etc., which totals, all those loans together totals 90 crores. At one point of time, because Associate Journals, which is the company that owns National Herald, cannot repay the 90 crores to the party, and the Congress party being a trust, All India Congress party being a trust, cannot own any equity shares. A company called under Section 25 of the Companies Act called Young Indians was formed, Limited was formed, which is a non-for-profit company, and the equity shares were bought in exchange of the debt of 90 crores by that company, which made it a shareholder of Associated Journals. Mr. Gandhi, Mrs. Gandhi and others are directors of Young India. This is a non-for-profit company, which means that the directors, whoever they are, they cannot take a penny out of anything. They cannot take salary, they cannot take any income, they cannot sell a single piece of equipment, they cannot make 1 rupee out of it. This had come up as an allegation in front of the Election Commission of India, and in 1997-98, the Election Commission of India had clearly said that the expenditure of a political party is up to that political party to decide. And therefore, there is no bar on why the Congress party support Associated Journal. And let us remember that this Associated Journal is a company that holds a newspaper that fought during our freedom movement alongside our freedom fighters. Today, suddenly, from Monday onwards, we have Mr. Gandhi, Mr. Rahul Gandhi being questioned by ED for hours and hours, 10 hours every day, while at the same time, the might of Delhi police has been unleashed on AICC, on All India Congress Committee, on Indian National Congress workers. Obviously, as Congress workers, having heard that a leader is in trouble, we have rushed to Delhi. My colleagues have rushed to Delhi. And that is our right to do so. That is why democracy exists. That's why parliamentary democracy exists. However, there is Section 144 in front of 24 Akbar Road right now as we speak. And using Section 144, they are not allowing Congress workers, Congress leaders to come even to the party office. Yesterday we saw on TV, it has gone viral on social media, that people in police uniform, Delhi police uniform, and now we have realized, without nameplates, barged into our office, into the Congress party headquarters, and pulled out workers, political workers, our Congress party workers from within. Why? Where is this allowed? Imagine everybody who can hear me, even if your allegiance lies to any other political party, imagine if this happens to you tomorrow. If we allow the ED to do this today to the Congress party headquarters, the headquarters of the largest opposition party in the country, imagine where this can go to tomorrow. Our MPs have been harassed. Yesterday my colleague Jyotimani, a woman MP, her clothes were pulled when she was being arrested. Our Youth Congress president has been beaten up. Our MPs have had their clothes torn. Our senior leader, Mr. Chidambaram, has a fractured rib. Is this the behavior that you do, that you create towards the largest party of the country, the largest opposition party of the country, when it is peacefully protesting and it wants to protest outside the enforcement direct offices, or as we are protesting here in front of the Raj Bhavan as a symbol of the Modi government? This is a democracy. We have the right to protest. However, this fascist government is taking away that right to protest, which is why we, the Nagaland Congress, from Dimapur, from Kohima and neighboring districts, we have gathered here in front of Raj Bhavan to protest against the Modi Sarkar, to stand in solidarity with Mr. Gandhi, to stand in solidarity with Mrs. Gandhi, who is, even as we speak, in hospital due to COVID, but once she comes out, she has declared that she will go to meet the ED. We will not be cowed down. We will stand with our leaders. This is an attempt to strike fear in the people, to not support any opposition party. However, across the country, people are rallying behind us. People are getting together. People are saying that we support the Congress party, we support Rahul Gandhi. And the more they try to scare us, the more they try to enter our party offices, the more they try to attack our leaders, the stronger our resolve goes to tackle this menace of fascism. Thank you.
About his paper, National Herald. This paper was the mouthpiece of the Congress party when it was started in 1938. Yeah, 1937. Yeah. And it was the mouthpiece to talk against, to highlight the cruelty of the British government, how they handled the Indian government during the administration in India. And today, people who have associated with the National Herald, the BJP government, is coming out to harass, to silence the leaders who are associated with National Herald. This paper is one of the mouthpieces which has brought out the struggle for India independence, and through which the world was pressurized through its publicity, and the British government has to admit their cruelty they have done towards the people of India. And today, we could see that the BJP government, they want to silence people who have associated with the freedom struggle, people who are highlighting the failures, the injustice of the present government. They want to silence the leaders, the opponents during this NDA government. So we have come across, we have now witnessed Rahul Gandhi being spearheading against the corruption of the NDA government, how he has now to face before the Enforcement Directorate by summoning him, by letting him to go repeatedly and then harassing him during the time of the investigation. And the ED, the Enforcement Directorate, is still wanting his presence. They wanted him to harass him, and this is what the people of the country, the people of the state of Nagaland should know, that people who stand for justice are to be harassed by the present government under Modi's leadership. And Congress being a national party, we represent every section of the people in the country. And when our leader is being harassed and are being silenced to speak the truth, the Congress party in Nagaland can never remain silent. So long they try to harass our leaders Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi, Congress party in Nagaland, we will continue to go with our agitation till the Enforcement Directorate stop their investigation, stop harassing them. Thank you.
Rahul Gandhi! Long live!
Rahul Gandhi!
BJP government!
Hi, hi!
Modi government!
Hi, hi!
Modi government!
Hi, hi!
BJP government!
Hi, hi!
Long live!
Rahul Gandhi!
Long live!
Rahul Gandhi!
We stand with!
Rahul Gandhi!
We stand with!
Rahul Gandhi!
We stand with!
Sonia Gandhi!
Thank you.
Motion, top JEE and NEET Coaching Institute of Kota is now in Dimapur. Faculties study materials and test series from Kota directly. Now students from Nagaland can raise their preparation level right here in Dimapur. Admissions open now.